Aquarius, this is about not letting anyone compromise your sense of self-worth. You are good enough, as the first card that popped out here, full moon in Virgo. I'm going to read a little bit about what that is in just a moment. Nothing will come of this situation is another card that popped out here. And void, of course, moon. And then beneath the deck, it says a new romantic cycle begins. So some of you are literally entering into a new experience, new opportunities, as long as you accept if this situation is not being prosperous for you, if it's not being loving to you, if love is not being served at the table for dinner, you got to go somewhere else to eat. That's what this feels like right now, but not allowing what's happening right now to make you feel like it has anything to do with you. This is not about you not being good enough as to why you are experiencing this right now. Let's start with full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. I love that. Let's see. 78. All right. It's time to be really honest with yourself and understand what's led you to ask your question. Have you been humble to the point of being self-effacing? Oh my gosh, that's powerful. Humility is good, but it can go too far. And drawing this card suggests you may be underrating yourself. You don't have to be flash, just quietly certain that you are good enough. That's powerful. At the other end of the scale, you also need to honestly answer this question, have you been too picky? The full moon in Virgo card needs some truthful answers. Once you've given them, it should be easier to see how you got where you are. So it's a combination of not allowing anyone to ungod you or unself-love you, you're worthy, but also to be accountable about how did this happen, just so that you never have to worry about this happening again. Your next step should then be more obvious to you. Pay attention to the details. Hard work brings results, and that is the truth. Additional meanings for this card: worrying too much will attract more things you worry about. Have you been overly critical? An apology may be in order. Stop second-guessing yourself. Raise your karma by doing something good for someone else. Very powerful. You are good enough. That's a strong start to a reading when it comes to your frequency check, Aquarius. Now I'm going to look at a new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. Let's see where that is here. '54. Let's go there. Give and take could well be the answer to whatever dilemma you're asking about. Compromise may be called for. It's time to start negotiating or even renegotiating. It feels like renegotiating your standards, renegotiating your boundaries to ensure that you are self-protecting right now so that you can preserve your sense of self-worth and value. When the new moon in Libra comes up, there's a restart for you and for someone else. A new relationship could be beginning. And if that's the case, the chances are this will be a healthy and well-balanced connection. And anything you do after pulling this card, doing it in pairs is advised, such as teaming up with someone in business or in your personal life. Libra is the sign of relating, and this card suggests that whoever is at the heart of the issue you're addressing is someone who will be open to talking things through. Avoid being selfish. It won't get you anywhere at this time. Additional meanings for this card: feel more, think less. Marriage or engagement is on the cards. A legal matter will go your way. Pay attention to your appearance, but don't be all about appearances. Very, very fascinating. All right, let's get into it, Aquarius. If anyone is DMing you, private messaging you, trying to do a reading with you, pretending to be me or any other tarot reader out here, please report and block them. We want you to be safe out here. God, angel, spirit guides, for my lovely Aquarius, please tell us a little bit more about who they are in this frequency check, what they are working through. Who are they at this time? Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Who are they and what are they working through at this time? Aquarius, please. Okay, definitely something ending here so that something new can begin. There was something that happened that triggered you a bit. Some harsh words, some unkind words, someone, a very passionate conversation that's got you feeling like maybe this thing needs to go ahead and end. Something needs to be completed, or a boundary needs to be enacted, so that this style of communication, this style of being, and this could also be with an employer or a colleague, it could be with a friend, a sibling, it could be whoever it is that you're working through this with. But it just kind of feels like something needs to come to an end. Maybe the entire relationship, or the way that you're doing business with this person, or the way that you're interacting with this person. Guide angel spirit guides, tell us more about why the Page of Wands is here for Aquarius in their frequency check right now. Why is the Page of Wands here? Thank you, guide angel spirit guides. Yep, you're over the nastiness. You're over the battle, the word battle, the going back and forth, not knowing if this person is really someone who loves you, if they're just really a frenemy. You're kind of sick of that right now. Another vibe that's coming through too, with the Death being out here and Page of Wands being out here, is that you're also rethinking about who you want to be, what you know you can have in friendship and relationships, what you want in a career. You're really thinking about your value. Like, do I really deserve to have an experience like this? The Five of Swords being out here, where I can't trust the people I'm around. They're two-faced. They're taking what I say and telling it to someone else, and then showing a different face to me. And then maybe, you know, other times I'm trying to have an intimate connection with them, and then they talk to me like they're reckless or whatever it is. It just feels like you're really evaluating your worth, right? Your action, the action that you can take. It's like you're examining, what can I do to stop this from happening, to put an end to the back and forth, to the one-up arguments. You know, you tell someone, hey, it makes me feel really uncomfortable when you eat all of the hot Cheetos. And then they say, well, you ate the last Snickers. And it's like you never really get to get anywhere, because every time you try to have a bid for connection or for solution, they have something else to trump what you said. So things stay the same. They never have to really acknowledge their part in it. But it feels like you're trying to complete a cycle so that you can grow and you can heal. Guide angel spirit guides, tell us why Death is out here for my lovely Aquarius. Why are you showing us this? Thank you, guide angel spirit guides. Okay, yeah. You want the nonsense to be over, the devil upside down. Thank you, guide angel spirit guides. You want to be free of this. This has been weighing on you. I know I'm just getting a snapshot and a preview of what's been going on. We haven't done a past energy read on you, but I can tell that this has been going on for some time, because by the time we get to the Five of Swords, there's been some psychological game playing for a little bit of time. And you want, and it's binding, and it's controlling, and it gives an anxious feeling. You feel like you're walking on eggshells, and they're not even your eggs. Like, it's a lot. And so it just feels like you're ready to close it down. I'm proud of you. I am proud of you. If you know something about my vibe, you know, I'm a really big advocate of letting go of the things that diminish, hurt, or harm you and other people. I know that's just what I feel. I'm still working on my own maturity, right? Because I know that there's some, you know, gray areas in life. But when it comes to mental and emotional health, it's really, really important to take care of yourself. No one is going to take care of you like you are going to take care of you. So if there's something that's bringing you something that you know is not of God, you know it's not of spirit, because spirit has for you to be prosperous and be well in all things. So if you're not feeling that because someone is getting in the way of that for you, and you've done all that you can, it might just mean that this karmic situation has to go away from you, and spirit is waiting on you to make that decision. You are the authority here. Thank you, guide angel spirit guides. For my lovely, lovely Aquarius, what advice do you have? Advice for my lovely Aquarius working through this. Opportunities, blocks. What do they need to forecast or be aware of in this energy? Thank you, guide angel spirit guides. For my lovely, lovely Aquarius. You're going to be protected financially in your security. You're going to be well, especially for those of you where this is something that you're working through with people at work. You're going to have to create some boundaries. You're probably thinking about, you know, looking for that new job, the new opportunity. You're going to be well. You're going to be protected. Focus on the goal of remaining financially stable, and your family, you know, whatever that value system is that's keeping you making good decisions for yourself. Stay focused on that. It's going to be working for you. Guide angel spirit guides, what else for the advice for Aquarius, please? What else? Thank you, guide angel spirit guides. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. 10 of coins out here. Queen of Swords out here. For some of you, this is kind of a battle over, this is very specific, over money. Maybe there was a loss of some kind. Maybe someone made a transition in the family, a grandparent, a parent, and it's time to look at assets. It's time to look at the estate, and it's you and someone else that are probably having a little bit of a battle about how to divide money, how to divide the resources, how to look over the will here. That's what is coming through for me, very specific. The 2 queens, and you're going to have to be thinking about, you know, how to be fair, and really not allowing the money, what's being split, to get in the way of integrity. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guys. That's going to be really important. God, angel, spirit guys, why are you showing us the 10 of Pentacles here? And I say that because the 10 of Pentacles actually popped out in reverse. God, angel, spirit guides. Okay, yeah. This is about thinking about the long term. The situations that are happening now, a lot of energy, some high emotions for some of you. And I know this message is kind of evolving and is becoming more specific. But for some of you, it's going to be really important to think about long term, beyond this moment here. God, angel, spirit guys, tell us more about why you showed us the 10 of Pentacles and the 2 of Wands. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides, for the advice. Okay, yep. Be careful of illusions. Be careful of delusions right now, okay? Just, as you know, this goes without being said, you always want to be mindful of your part in this situation, in this relationship, connection, work environment. You want to get really clear about where you're going, your why. Stay focused here, okay? The Queen of Swords is an icon of power because she's very wise. She's very clear. She uses her experiences in a way that makes her a clear-minded person. And so the 7 of Cups is unclear. It kind of can be incredibly idealistic, you know, kind of in the clouds about what it can have. But to see the longer game, the bigger picture here, you're going to have to stay very, very clear and stay focused here. This is the advice that I have for you. Thank you, Aquarius, for popping in. I'm going to throw my personal TikTok up there. If you are interested, check it out. Self-love stuff, radical self-acceptance stuff, spotting red flags, how to work through dysfunction, all of that kind of stuff on that channel, just life lessons that I've learned. So if you're interested, check it out. I'll definitely follow you back. In the meantime, I wish you wellness. Take care of yourselves out there, Aquarius. I love you. Bye.